Welcome everyone. Happy Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, right? Yeah, it is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, highly favored. Yes, so we gather here again today. How now? How you day? I hope you had a great day at work today. Happy Tuesday to you. Special shout out to you. Nobody don't fear ever overtake you for this matter, for this first matter. Now you dey always first show. Everybody else dey drag. Kene tried one time for where e no fit last. Omo, I have to give you a trophy. Kai! No. I have to celebrate you. You're always the first to show up. No. We have to do something about it to appreciate you. No, I really appreciate. Thank you so much for the support too. I know you take am for granted. I really do well for my body. Na all of us dey do am together, you know. We come here, we talk, we analyze, So um whoa, hey oh God abeg oh. Nigeria na movie. See I know to keep from crying I have to laugh. Nigeria, the kind things wey dey happen for there. Una know say the Binance man wey dem put for inside jail na because dem refuse to give dem bribe of 150 million. Some government officials 150 million. You know say na im make dem lock the man up for jail. um oh my God, I was reading something. Somebody somewhere was saying, I think, was it the Binance company, some of the other um I think managing directors or whatever. I'll find the article and put it up, saying that Nigeria is setting a dangerous standard precedent. Sorry, a dangerous precedent for this because the man refused to pay a bribe of $150 million. Now it make them lock the guy up. Hey God, Nigerians, if una no stand up, otilo. The man does not even care. He no give a damn. Nobody even know where e dey. They say e dey France. Hey, you don go meet im daddy for France. Omo, there's no respite o. Not to talk of the taxes that they are adding. Una don hear of the new tax? Telecom tax abi kí ná ń pè é? To hey God o. He's not even he's doing it for the foreigners o. That's why it's taxing. Somebody posted a receipt of the tax. They went to buy something. There was VAT tax, about 1,500. No, there was one tax. What was the tax called? Oh, I don't forget. Now, one name they give am for about 2,000 something. Then VAT was about 1,500, something like that. If I see that receipt, I go bring am come. Omo, Nigeria. Hey, Osalobwana. Oh. Yeah. Iriokona. So cyber security levy, Ray, God go bless you. Victory, welcome, oh Ray, welcome. Esan oye, oyaba, esan oye. Oh, okoko bioko. Are you kidding me? I'm like, what the hell is going on? And everybody just fold hand, they look. Nobody dey do anything. E never reach time when Nigeria go shut down. Me, I dey talk am yesterday when see that akene dem dey here. I dey talk say Nigeria no fit, they cannot survive that 4 years. They cannot survive it. This man is just squeezing. You see that picture where they carry person, dey squeeze all the water wey dey inside body. That's exactly what Tinubu is doing to Nigerians. Please, how does the common man afford anything? I saw a cartoon. Somebody did a cartoon image of a woman that was breastfeeding her child, and then some tax guy showed up, IRS showed up and said, "Have you paid your tax for?" Hey God, oh, has the baby paid the tax for breastfeeding? Something to that effect. Very soon they're going to tax people for the air that they breathe. Nigerians, and you people are folding your hey God. Oh my goodness. I no fit cry. I no fit cry. what is left inside Nigerians? Because I don't see anything that is left. Oh. What is left? And you guys hear that is it a tech school or something or tech company is closing down in Nigeria? About 2,000 Nigerians are going to be 200 Nigerians are going to lose their jobs. Did you guys hear about that one too? Is bumper to bumper suffering in Nigeria. Bumper to bumper suffering. You see how traffic used to be in Lagos, bumper to bumper. That's how the suffering is in Nigeria. Microsoft, God bless you, victory all the way. Microsoft, do you know what it means? That means how many people are going to lose their freaking livelihood. I can guarantee you, maybe it's because Microsoft too has refused to pay some of these their greedy, demonic politicians bribe. That's why they are going. Because that's what they did with Virgin Nigeria too. Richard Branson got upset because the kind of bribes that your politicians were demanding, the man got upset and saying, do they have to run from Nigeria? No, they don't have to. The man had to shut down and leave because why? They wanted him to bribe. I remember then they wanted the man to bribe, to pay some freaking bribe to some government of the nyama nyama wey dey Nigeria. Make I find something. Ha! My goodness. Where we wan start from? Honestly, Nigeria so everywhere suppose don shut down by now. Everywhere is supposed to have shut down by now. Honestly, everywhere suppose shut down. There's no what is left in Nigeria. People can barely survive. Hey, ẹ gbà mí. Eh? Hey, God. It's really disturbing. Eh? It is disturbing, my people. How can you fold your hand? This man is eh? Squeezing life out of you. How? Eh? Hey, 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 God abeg o. Eh? When this man say we widen the tax, he will widen the tax bracket. No be wetin dey do be that now. Eh? Meanwhile, banks too, they'll be charging, is it 0.5% or something like that? No, no, correct me. Meanwhile, in the book, I mean, in the act or in the constitution, whatever way they pulled it up from, it's supposed to be 0.005. These people came up with 0.5. Ah. Ewo, ewo, ewo. On a lighter note, Onanuga wanted to laugh at Peter Obi and called him Bitter Obi. Omo, Nigerians change am for am. Well-meaning Nigerians change am. Obedience. Well-meaning Nigerians change am for am. We have, how do you want to run it? We have, I present to you, let me present my president to you again. Let me reintroduce him to you. My own president, oh, I don't know about your own. If you have president, please show me. For me, I'm only showing you my own president. I don't know whether you people, which president you people have. Mhm. Let me show you my president. Let me reintroduce him to you people. Hmm. Now, wow. Wetin dey happen for Nigeria? Person no dey fit use mouth talk am finish. Every day something dey hey God abeg. Bumper to bumper things na im dey happen. I present to you Peteru Olamilekan Basọ̀run Adisa. Omo Obi. Hey, omo. See cap na. How many people cap dey fit like this? If you wear cap, if you wear your cap, e dey fine like this. See the tribal marks na. See as the thing fit the man. Campaign wetin dem dey call am, materials don ready now. This man is a Yoruba man. He's in campus for an Omoluabi. What are you talking about? Hey, abeg o, I present to you o, my president, Peteru Adisa Olamilekan. Hey, ó múnú mi dùn. Báṣọ̀run Adisa ọmọ Òbí. Oh my God, drum roll. Oh my God, e sweet me. I sure say Ononuga go sit down for im house, e go say which kind children, which kind human being be dis, for Christ sake. Dey change am for am sharp sharp, give am change. Den dey now created more. Let me show you people more. E sweet me o, I no go lie, I been enjoying myself with dis. I been looking for more pictures, like I have to show off o, is it easy? See am. We have Peter Obi bitters. I be major distributor o, make una know now o, abeg make una no carry my money go give another person. Just so you know, it's an announcement. I'm a major distributor in Peter Obi bitters. Okay, in Obi bitters. So if you want, please let me know. Here is one. You can buy one for 1,000 naira, buy two, get the second one half off. Okay, we can do a deal like that. There's a promotion going on right now. This is the other bottle, Peter Obi bitters, right there. It takes out, or once you drink it, 1 tablespoon is recommended. If you drink am, e go clean out all the yamayama, all the rubbish, all the garbage, everything for that society when bala blue don put inside people head. E go clean everything comot. When you wake up, you go feel alright. You go know say yes, things are happening. Oh my goodness. Nigeria. Tracy o, see Tracy, long time, how now? Sis, welcome oh, long time. I'm telling you, the authentic president of Nigeria, the one and only. Any other one, any other one are counterfeit. The father that father their father, all their fathers put together, na im the man be. They no get wetin dem fit do. Anyhow you throw am, come. You throw anyone come, we use am. You throw stone, we use am build castle. Anything wey you throw, hey Romary, my darling, Romary, how are you? Yesterday you left us, so I was like, Romary has gone to sleep. Welcome, Romary. Corruption in high places is crazy. It's maddening. When Nigerians are tired of this compromise, my sister, I don't know. It's sad to watch Nigerians continue to take this. It's so sad. They keep beating Nigerians down. Taxes upon taxes. You go to the bank. Somebody was crying today on the Twitter street. Somebody was withdrawing money from her account. She couldn't do anything about it. She called the bank. She's been crying on Twitter. She's watching people withdraw money from her account. Hey God. Oh, corruption in high places. I dey tell you. eh Reduce the purchasing power. That's exactly what the man is doing. He has reduced the purchasing power of a lot of people. eh I'm telling you, na coastal road na im be their headache. Coastal road, for so that they go fit loot. Una know say Seyi Tinubu sits on the board of that company, that Shagori company. Na Shagori dem dey call the man wey wan do that road. Una know say Seyi Tinubu dey partake sharing formula and slow down the economy. That's exactly what he's doing. Victory, you and slow down the economy. Hey, I'm telling you, one of the agbayas. Eh? Hey, hey. Ay, 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 ay. It's crazy, oh. Honestly, this matter, I'm not supposed to dey laugh put, but I no get choice. My people, una no vex. If I dey laugh, una no vex, oh. Eh? I know where I want to cry because you know when you feel you get to a place, Nigeria situation make me feel like person dey helpless, you don't know what to do. Meanwhile, we have people. All we need to do is to stand up strong. No, people just dey take am and they just dey take advantage, dey squeeze more, dey put god. Mm-mm. Yes, so business don start o. Abeg, anybody wey know make e contact me. I be major distributor now. Anybody wey want am, make dem let me know. Hey, I know you had to. Yes, girl, I know you had to. You need to drink some abi wahala ni. Abeg make you go sit down. If you abeg make you go sit down. Dat one go need like 12 cartons of dat bitter obi bitters. You need 12 cartons. Una tell am make e reach out to me. I go sell am. Na me be the major distributor for dis side. um and yeah, family business, that's what it is. That's what they've turned it into. That's what they've turned it into. It's crazy. Every day. I never see this kind thing before. I never see. um Meanwhile, Yaya Bello mansion dem list am for Dubai. My Yaya get mansion for Dubai, for Abuja. EFCC ew ew. How many we wan talk talking about Nigeria matter dey sometimes person no fit, I no fit just fold hand say I no talk. Dat na the thing. Person no just fit fold hand pre ten d like say e no dey see this. E get as e take go take affect you. You go dey sleep, you go wake up, you say this kind of thing is just happening. This kind of thing just dey happen, nobody dey do anything about. Where are we heading as a people? Is this normal? Meanwhile, Burkina Bay president, the man say e no dey take any foreign aid. No be human being be dat one. How old dat man be? How old dat man be? Dat guy never even reach 40. See the changes wey e dey make for the lives of im people. Look at the changes. Hey God oh. Hey my people, I don't know this matter. I no go lie to now. It's painful to me. E dey pain me one kind. Say we just dey like this. Everybody just, all of us, we just dey look morose. We are just looking morose. We don't know what to do. We are just we are overwhelmed by the situation of things. Nobody wants to do anything. Nobody wants to, but they keep praying. Nobody wants to go to heaven. They keep praying. Did you guys see the interview of one woman like that? Let me see if I can find that interview. I just shook my head. The woman said they should that it's prayers. That it's prayers that Tinubu needs. That that she will pray for him, or she's praying for him. Ew. Oswan. Nigeria. My people, make I first play this video. May I stop to talk for now. May I let una watch this video while I pull this other one up. I have to find it.
Is a political solution to a problem. And as people, those group of men who claim that are assembly members are not assembly members. They are not existing. I want it to be on record. I accepted that peace accord. I accepted that peace accord to give them a floating. That's the truth. There was nothing in that peace accord that's a constitutional issue. It's a political solution to a problem. And I accepted it because these were people that were eating in my house. These were people that have helped pay their children's school fees when I wasn't even a governor. So what is the thing there? Yeah, we might have a division, but I believe that one day we could also come together. And that was the reason I did it. But I think it's gotten to a time when I need to make a statement on this thing so that they understand that they're not existing. Their existence is me allowing them to exist. If I de-recognize them, they are nowhere. That's the truth. So I want you to see the sacrifice I've made in the cause of allowing peace to be in our states. I can say here with all amount of boldness, I've never called any policeman anywhere to go and harass anybody. I've never gone anywhere to do anything against anybody. But what happens to people that are supporting me? They are being harassed. They are being detained. There is no week that somebody doesn't come here with one letter of invitation for trump up charges and all those things. And in the face of this, you use the word. And why I'm saying this is because of what my senior said here, restraint. I don't think the other party has shown any restraint. I am the one that have shown restraint in the face of this thing. I'm the one that is badly heated. Even when I have all the instrument, government instrument, to cause disaster. But why would I do it? This is a relationship that you eat together, you drink together. Why would I forget those things? So even when I act knowing fully well that there's a relationship which is bigger and greater than any other thing. Politics will come, politics will go. But what is most important is your relationship, how you're being perceived after power. It doesn't last forever. It's something that stays for a while. It's a transit or whatever. After which it will go. This is not the first time. Today, our father, they say former. Is it not? How many years? He had his time. Maybe at that time people say, oh, it might be forever. So if you understand that, no matter how you how you look at it, whether one way or the other, it starts and it ends. It teaches you a lesson about life. Things that my commissioners ought to do when they hide the information from me, he calls me to tell me this. You don't know what I'm going through. I'm working with my own enemies. Imagine where your commissioner, your attorney general will go to sabotage you. It's as bad as that. But they will get they will get their reward. Not in this world, in this world. So you see, if I had not gone to reconcile with my brother, I would have been in bigger shit. So I've already started benefiting, reaping the fruits of that relationship, that peaceful relationship. It's unfortunate. Let me also say this. What brought us to this level is we don't have leaders in River State. Let's not pretend. What is happening in River State even happened in Bayelsa. But people could call and say, don't do this, don't do this. And they said, let's let it go. It was done here. But nobody listened because the leaders have sold their conscience. Because of what? Not even good money. Not good money. If you're doing something because of money, it should be good money. Eh? Me, I want to live here and be that kind of leader that will look at you and tell you the truth. That is what leadership should be. And that is what, when you leave an office, when you are considered an elder statesman, that is the quality of an elder. It's not issue of, let me satisfy, it's going to give me social contract. No, it's not about contract. It's saving the soul of our state. I will continue to do those things that are right to make you people proud. We are going to work for the good of our state, so that when we leave, we can work with our Papa, let us speak. He moves along without police. I see him in Spa. That is when you lead with cleanness of heart. You can't please everybody, but when you know you have not deliberately hurt anybody in the course of discharging your duty. I want to lead, and when I leave, I walk like him.
What do you guys think? Did that make sense? So, do you think that he's having a what's it called, a rethink? Because this is not the first time he's made a statement. Like, remember during who was it? Which funeral was it? Wigwe's funeral, where he came up and he said, power is transient. He gave a speech like that, a little speech like that, and that is it not, when is enough enough? I remember that speech, right? And then the Senate president, that man, what's his name? That fat man, what do they call him? What be the man? Akpabio now came, and I think there was some type of back and forth. I can't, but you guys remember which one I'm talking about, right? What do you guys think about this his speech? Other governors don't advise him to stand his ground. Nothing they have. Okay, Dr. Chike, that's what you think. The other governors advised him because he seemed to be talking with a lot of confidence now. Me, I never hear this man talk like this with this kind of power before. The guy just try be like say power dey back now. You know that still dey talk. Eh? Yeah. So I don't know. He made sense. Okay, Victory says he made sense for the benefit of the criminal political class. Nothing said to improve the lives of Rivers people. He said that he wants to work for Rivers. That's what he said now. Anyway, time will tell. It's easy to talk. Talk is cheap. It is action that counts. People can promise and tell you, oh, I will do this, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do with all building castles in the air. But when you reach time to do the show workings, they know they fit show working. So I guess time will tell. Yeah, you think it's a slow poison. Ray say fear quiet people. Oh my god. Maybe he was quiet because it wasn't time for him to talk yet now. It was like, gauging when the right time would be for him to speak. Maybe that's what he was doing. I don't think there's anything. He said, fear quiet people. Fear quiet people, not quiet again. Oh, God. If people they talk, and I will say they're too talk. The ones when they will quiet, they'll say now. Fear quiet people. That is hilarious. Oh, my God. Okay, let's listen to you people. They say the people will pay 0.5 cyber something levy. Oh, Nigeria Olagbeva, Olagbeva. You want to take people's lives by force, Nigeria. Hey, God, I beg. I can't even land for that country. Oh boy, oh boy. What a nation. Ooh, oh.
Okay, we're now back to Rotus Udiri, who has been giving us global business updates. Rotus, can you hear us clearly now from the studio?
All right, third time's a charm. It's funny, we're supposed to be talking about telecommunications later on and internet connectivity. So we we go from, cameraman is making me laugh. We go from oil prices, and I think we move to Xi Jinping, who is of course in Europe. Three-state tour. He started off, of course, in France, where he met with Emmanuel Macron and Ursula von der Leyen, president of the EU Commission. The fair competition has been stressed while he was there. I think hopefully we should have a clip of Ursula von der Leyen speaking during his visit.
President. The world cannot absorb China's surplus production. I am convinced that if the competition is fair, we in Europe will have thriving, durable economies that will support more good jobs.
So that was, hopefully you can hear me. So yeah, that was von der Leyen talking about the world not being able to, absorb the overcapacity of China production. You know, you heard, we talked about Janet Yellen while she was in Beijing saying the exact same thing. Xi Jinping now moves on. He goes to Serbia. Is his next destination point with respect to his visit. We move on to UBS. I hope you can hear me because yeah. So we move on to UBS now. UBS earnings in the first quarter of 2024. Remember the merger with Credit Suisse that was ordered by the government of Switzerland. UBS handily beats its first quarter numbers that Wall Street was expecting. So revenues came in at $12.7 billion. Also, we had the merger cost, 45% growth for the top line revenues. If you look at the CS merger cost, is basically the Credit Suisse integration cost, the cost of integrating to Credit Suisse. $1 billion is what we saw with respect to that first quarter. If you look at Q3, Q4 CS cost, that is the cost of integration, that was much lower. So you saw 1.75 billion and 2 billion respectively. So you can see the cost of the integration coming down. And then the net profit was really, really spectacular. I mean, you saw that net profits at 1.8 billion, a 70% climb. So pretty healthy there. We moved to Nigeria, and you should have seen social media yesterday, ablaze with this cyber security levy that is going to be put on electronic transactions 2 weeks from now. There was a circular that was released by the CBN. If you take a look, hopefully you have the summary in front of you. 0.5% charged on electronic transactions. You have the levy being paid by the originator of the transaction. You've also got the funds being remitted to the National Cybersecurity Fund, which is an account that is domiciled with the Central Bank of Nigeria, and again being backed by the Cybercrime Act of 2024. So of course, it's a lot of folks are saying, look, can we at this point sustain more charges, more? In fact, I even understand that there's a telco levy. We have the Chief Financial Officer Modupe Kadri of MTN Nigeria on the Global Business Report at 11. We understand that the telco levy that was initially suspended by the president could be resurrected in order for Nigeria to get access to a loan from the World Bank. So left and right, you've got revenue drives and taxes rising all over the place. And then finally, streaming services have been celebrating Drake and Kendrick Lamar in their beef that we talked about the last time. It's escalated over the last few weeks. But streaming numbers have gone up. Kendrick's #1 on the US charts. And also, I don't know if we have MTN Nigeria's Q1 data and revenue numbers. Data and voice, excuse me, for the first quarter of this year. Every time things are trending online and people are tagging each other and people are rushing videos and tweeting, this is just adding to the revenues of the telco. So you'll see data revenue exceeding voice revenue, climbing by 53% year on year. I think voice was like 14% in the 300 billion range. So, do keep that in mind for all the data consumers out there.
All right, Rosus? Okay, Rotus, thank you so much for that. So, yes, there's this cybersecurity 0.5% added to it. The question is, are we not burdening people with a lot of taxes? If we want to build a cybersecurity architecture, we could have built it before now, or we keep improving upon it. You have a line charge that goes for every transaction you make online, that goes to NIPS and all of that. Increasingly, what you're doing with all of this too much taxes is you're pushing people to peer-to-peer. Because now, at the same time, there's another story making the rounds that SEC is trying as much as possible to be able to remove Naira from every peer-to-peer trading platform. But people will look for alternative trading platforms because the taxes is so much. So with this not for 5%, plus the close to about 50 Naira you paid before, God knows how much it's going to come down to. And when you look at it, the cybersecurity architecture is not even any better. You still have a lot of wiggle room. So I think they should focus on improving the architecture. They should have a consortium of people or forces or organizations that will come together increasing that rather than all of this line charge again, because it's just all forms of taxes that they're pulling out. And it's not solving the problem with all the taxes. So this cybercrime levy, it's a stretch, because in the end, we don't see any improvement in the cyber architecture.
All right, very quickly, President Xi Jinping's European tour, the first in 5 years, and really and truly, it's just to consolidate China's alliance with Europe, especially Eastern Europe.
I don't think that one is necessary. You know, wetin concern us with China, our problem big pass with wetin dey happen with China right now. Make I bring in another video. I just dey sorry, I just dey pity for Nigerians. I don't know. Wetin we want to do? Seriously, what can we do? Because I don't know. This suffering is a lot. Oh, it's a lot. It's not for normal somebody. It's not for people that are normal. This kind of suffering is not. It's going to create a lot of issues.
Now, Northern leaders have cautioned the federal government against signing any military pact with the US and France, which will allow for the relocation of their military bases to Nigeria. In a letter signed by the Northern Leaders Forum and addressed to President Bola Tinubu and the National Assembly, they said it was common knowledge that the American and French governments had been lobbying Nigeria, Benin, Togo, and Ghana to agree to sign new defense pacts that would enable them to redeploy their soldiers expelled from Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. The letter cited the expulsion of the US and France troops from Niger because their presence did not serve any purpose. It alleged that the troops were using the defense pact to carry out surveillance operations in the region to serve their geopolitical strategic interests. For this conversation, we now turn to a former general officer commanding one division of the Nigerian Army, Kaduna. That's Major General Danjuma Ali Kefi, retired. We're glad to have you on this program. A very warm welcome to you, General Danjuma. Now, let's go straight into the conversation.
Thank you for having me.
All right, going straight into the conversation now. When you look at the history of AFRICOM in West Africa, Sahel, you see that the success rate has been minimal when it comes to a war on terror, or combating terrorism. Apart from that, you find that in a lot of these countries, Niger, for example, those officers who lead the coups are actually American trained. They're products of the training of these US bases that we have present there. So my question to you is, what are some of the security implications of Nigeria allowing these bases to be stationed within her borders?
Thank you very much. First and foremost, let me put it on record that I speak for myself. I don't speak on behalf of any organization or any individual. So any opinion expressed here is entirely mine. Secondly, we have to understand when it's when you are talking of bases. I mean, bases for many reasons. I mean, you could have short-term training bases. In 2016, 2017, 2018, when we were facing that challenges in the Northeast particularly, we had short-term training support from the British Military Advisory Training Team, and also from the American, that's the United States Training Team, that were in Georgia and other parts of this thing for short-term training. So bases in itself are not a threat, but to what extent, what will those bases be used? Those are the aspect that one has to consider. So secondly, again, regarding what the Northern elders wrote, I mean, cautioning, for me, that is speculative for now, because I've not seen any document to that extent. Of course, I'm retired, so I'm not privy to a lot of security information or other things. So I don't know whether they have cited the request from the United States and the French also, but it is very speculative. But in as much I said that, like I said the other time when I was with you regarding the Nigerian citing, that is inviting the Russians to cite base in Nigeria. I mean, that is a cause for concern, and for us, particularly in Nigeria and the sub-region. We should know that we do not have a choice as to who our neighbors should be. We don't select our neighbors like we know, just like our brothers. We can select our friends, or can select our allies. So the Nigerians have the right to select whoever they want their friends to be, who their allies to be. But again, their actions should not imperil, should not endanger our security. Now, again, it's fair to say that we do not know what the Russian military will be doing in Niger. So it may not be for, it may be something that will threaten our own security. We don't have a problem. Nigeria, that is, in my opinion, does not have a problem with Russia citing its base there, because Russia is not a threat to Nigeria. Russia is a friend of Nigeria. United States and French are friends to Nigeria. The French are distant. But as soon as you have a military base cited in an area, in a country, region, or whatever, right? If the intent is to carry out hostile action, offensive actions against another country or against elements within that country, then that base or that military installation becomes a legitimate military target. That is for sure. So if the bases you're talking of, is it deploying those bases from Niger, from Chad to Nigeria to carry out what? Offensive action against third parties, against the Al-Qaeda, against other countries in the Middle East, then is going to threaten our security, because if those targets, that is wherever those American bases are in Nigeria, if they are for hostile action, offensive actions against a third party, like I said, then they become legitimate targets for adversaries. It could be the Russians. I mean, we are witnessing geopolitical tensions right now in the world. Look at the ongoing hostilities in Ukraine, the Russian special military operations, which some people have called it war. Now, we've seen the collective West, as the Russians will say, confronting Russia. So if this thing spirals and gets out of hand, I mean, you could see Americans or the West, NATO, assuming there is an open war between Russia and NATO, collective West, then wherever there are Russian bases, of course, it becomes target, or it will be on the targeting list of NATO. So also, if you have American bases and French bases on our soil, it also becomes a target for the Russians and other entities that are hostile to the collective West, or NATO as it is.
All right, General. Now, of course, you made it very clear that you speak for yourself. You're not speaking for any organization. And for now, all these are still speculative. But what role do you think, if any, should the Nigerian army potentially play in the decision-making process regarding the establishment of foreign military bases on Nigerian soil in the event that this is true?
Okay. Well, again, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who is also the President, that is currently President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, right? He consults his military high commands, the service chiefs, the national security advisors and other security heads before such decisions can be taken. And I expect that if there will be, if a request of such nature has been made to Nigeria, obviously the service chiefs and the chief of defense staff and other security heads will be consulted. I do not, again, like I said, do not want to speculate because as I earlier said, military bases could be for training purpose, could be for other purpose. So I wouldn't want to speculate on this thing. But if, as I said earlier, it's for hostile actions against a third party, perhaps targets in the Middle East, in Yemen or whatever, then I think we should be very concerned and we should advise appropriately. And I think the president, from what one has seen of him within the last 11 months, is a listening president and has the best interest of Nigeria at heart. And let us not forget that even earlier, during the era of President Olusegun Obasanjo, it was alleged that the United States lobbied Nigeria to cite military bases or to enter into a defense pact that President Tinubu, then as governor of Lagos State, was part of the Council of State, and also it was rejected. That move was suggested, was resisted, was declined by the Nigerian government. So I believe whatever decision President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to take will be based on the advice and suggestions of the service chiefs and security heads. So again, I would want to speculate until the details are, I don't know the details of, if any, of a request from the United States or from the French government.
All right, no problem. So, you know, without speculating, let's just analyze some of the potential, pros and cons of, such a development. You highlighted, you leaned towards being in favor of a scenario where you feel that training would be harmless if these bases are being used for training. Now, some people are countering this and they're saying that, but this will impact our sovereignty. What are your thoughts on that argument that's currently dominating this conversation?
Okay, obviously that is not true, that training, militaries all over the world, we are brothers. I mean, we have no problem with other militaries of other countries. We, if you look at the military as a sport, as a game, right, we exhibit sportsmanship spirit, and that is what is expected of every soldier. But in the situation where we find ourselves today, the geopolitical situation, given the problem right now that we anticipate between the United States, which leads the collective West, that's NATO, and versus the Russians and perhaps the Chinese, right? We must be very careful. We should not be seen to tilt to one side or take side with any of these parties. Now, we should be very clear. If we allow bases to be cited in Nigeria for offensive military action, then we tend to inherit all the enemies of the West. So also, if you cite Russian base in Nigeria, you tend to inherit their adversaries, their enemies, and we should be very careful. Nigeria has been a leading country, member of the non-aligned movement. Nigeria has a lot of clout in Africa and also in the global arena. We are respected. If you look at, if you put 10 generals of the Nigerian military, if you put 10 generals, you will see that 3 to 4 of them either trained in the United States, United Kingdom, even in Russia, China, and other countries. So we have a relationship with almost every country. We are not hostile or enemy to any country. So also, we should be very careful. If we accept the citing of bases in Nigeria, then we tend to jeopardize our neutrality and also the respect that we have among Committee of Nations. So for me, I'm not an advocate of having any military base in Africa at all. And I think we should speak the African Union, the ECOWAS, should speak with one voice. We should convince the Nigerians, convince the Malians, convince the Burkina Faso that the sighting of Russian bases, if it's for offensive actions, it is not in their interest, and also it jeopardizes our own security as well. So AU should be very firm on this. We should approach them, talk to them, and we have other leverage, other levers we can use. But sighting of bases is not decent. So
your point is very clear, and your stance is also noted. But just would you like to just give some advice regarding how transparency and accountability could be ensured regarding the scope and objectives of these bases in the event that they are established, even though you're not an advocate for it?
Well, again, as the saying goes, right, when we get to the river or to the bridge, we determine how to cross it. Now, again, United States, Russia collaborate on a number of things, including military. They are in the International Space Center up in the atmosphere there. So before the hostilities in the Ukraine, that is between Russia and the Ukraine, right? You had Russia having a observer status in NATO and also observed from a distance. So we are not, there is nothing distant that is, there is something really that wrong in having such conversations and having such military interactions. We have benefited from the training support, from other support, from the Americans, from Britain, and even from Russia. So we should be very clear on that. But again, like I said, and I still say, right, having a base for hostile offensive action against a third party or even against entities in Nigeria should not be accepted. Furthermore, the Nigerian military, like I earlier said, has what it takes. We have one of the best military in the world. The best, I say, because we've got an ingredient which is well sought after by many countries in the world, and that is the warrior spirit. Most tribes in Nigeria, if not all tribes in Nigeria, are warrior in this thing. So we should not, and in any event, accept military bases on our soil.
Emphatically rounded up. Thank you so much for your contribution, retired Major General Danjuma. This has been a fantastic conversation.
Thank you very much, Oscar, for the super chat. Really appreciate the encouragement. Thank you so much. And yes, the tribal mark looks good on Peter Ogo. Absolutely. His name is Peteru Olamilekun Olajide Adisa Omo Obi. Whatever name you want to give. Olaniyi from Ibadan. Ibadan people are the ones that have those tribal marks, or your people. So our president, very perfect for campaign materials. But then in any case, this man that was giving this interview, I beg, now let me notice am. E be like say as the man dey talk, he dey fear. He no want to talk against the foreign base. He no want to go again. Una notice am, abi na only me notice am. Yeah, attire, he say best military. Me say na only me hear am o. Best, we don. He say best military. Nibo. I'm telling you, it's about vibes. Can you imagine? These people. Oh, I don't know what it would take for Nigerians to rise. Rise.
There is a saying that leaders have for. Right, good. Emilio Khan, he's the one who said he could do it. It's his turn. This is not the turn of President Muhammadu Buhari. We spent 8 years criticizing President Muhammadu Buhari. We're tired. And I honestly don't want to even hear his name. He has messed this country up. And you, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, said, "Is Emilio Khan, is my turn. I can do it." There is a saying that leaders have forfeited the right to make any excuses. It's your turn. It's not President Muhammadu Buhari that took away fuel subsidy flippantly. It is you. And you bear all the consequences of that reckless policy. So it is you that we and God Almighty will hold responsible for whatever happened secondary to all your policies. It's not President Muhammadu Buhari or Jonathan. You can do it. You said it's your turn. Now do it. Leaders have forfeited the right to make excuses. And the way they are going about it, they are doing nothing. Let me tell you, it is the cause, it is the reason is inflation. It's not because there is no food in the market. It's inflation. When this party came in 2015, a bag of rice, 50 kilos of rice was 7,500. Yesterday I went to the market, it was 70,000. Maize, 60,000. How much is the minimum wage? 30,000. How much does a soldier in the war front earn? 50,000. How much does the police recruit earn, constable earns? About that. They cannot even buy rice. 30,000 in those who work. What is the percentage of Nigerians that work? So, Mr. President, sit up. This is no time for excuses. Leaders have forfeited the right to make excuses. And the way they are doing it is, they're thinking of price control. They are thinking of busting warehouses. Hello, I'm old enough to have seen 14 administrations. Clearly, from that of General Yakubu Gowon to currently President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We in 1984, I was a young doctor, 2 years out of medical school. President General Muhammadu Buhari followed the same thing. Price control, busting warehouses. Where did it take us? They haven't learned anything in 40 years. They haven't learned anything in 40 years. Yesterday, NLC, the president of NLC, Joe Ajero, said, you can give $1 million naira to workers if inflation keeps eating that up. You are not going to achieve what you need to achieve. The primary problem is the runaway inflation. The economy is out of control. The managers of our economy, they are drowning. They don't know what to do. They are the ones that cause the deterioration of the exchange rate of the naira, the inflation we see, and the cost of food and everything in the market. It is not availability. There is food in the market. What I call on all the governors of this country and the president, everything should stop still. This is no time to build bridges or flyovers. This is the time to open the treasury and buy food and give food to the people and subsidize food. The only way you can crash down the price of food is bring down inflation. But these guys don't know how to do it. But flood the market with subsidized food. I lived in the United States forever. Everywhere in the world there is subsidy on food. You go to the supermarket, everything has tax. But food item does not have tax. Why? Because leaders of those countries know that hunger in any land has national security implications. But apparently, the national security team of this president and the president himself do not see the national security implications of hunger in the land. There is food in the land. The state and the federal government should open the treasury, buy food, import food, ship into this country. There is an emergency, and feed our people. Their salaries cannot pay for food, cannot pay for rent, cannot pay for school fees. People are dying in the land. They are here in Abuja buying SUVs. With our compliant National Assembly, that says nothing. We are raising our voices the moment you hear our traditional rulers. The Oni of Ife said the same. People are suffering. Politicians know nothing about the people. They live with the people. You don't listen to that? You are here creating committees, one committee after the other. They're sitting and drinking tea while people are dying. No, your economic policy is not working. There is hunger in the land and there is trouble ahead. No nation will have peace if there is hunger in the land. No military, no matter how strong, no police, no matter how strong can quell the anger of a people that are hungry in the midst of plenty. So our call to the president and all the governors should make food available, forget this price control, forget this busting warehouses, bring in food, buy food from the market and subsidize food for the people while you keep wrestling us out of this economic mess you've put us in.
Okay, thank you so much for that.
For where the person one that they talk to, the person that you're sending this message to, they enter one ear, they come up for it. I'm not even sure say they hear true. The man no dey hear anything with the level of suffering wey dey that country. The man is determined to run the country to the ground. He and his cohorts as im dey thief. Na so all the 42 ministers plus the children plus the wife, all of them dey thief. Dem dey take money shra in their trillions. So no be say dem dey take am three. In fact, dem get one room, one warehouse where dem dey go deposit the money. Abeg you, na so until people stand up, this matter no be talk, no be do the right thing. The man cannot do. He do emiloko, I will do it, I will see am now. He reach to do now, he no get no clue. He's become clueless. Kene, you say you want to listen to China news. Oh yeah, oh, here you go.
Of course, following the sanctions from the United States of America, and some people would say worsening trade relationships between the West in terms of America and China. They're looking to deepen their relationship in Europe, but it's not going to be so easy because at the end of the day, two main things on the topic in terms of conversations. Number one is the Russia-Ukrainian war and China's continuous support in terms of supply of technology and certain things, and and the likes to Russia, and of course fair trade, as we saw the president of the European Commission there speak out about China subsidizing electric vehicles, thereby making it cheaper and then flooding the market and making competition almost non-existent, which we have talked about on the show, by the way. The big question, of course, is will this visit be profitable in terms of China holding back? If the US hasn't succeeded by certain sanctions, real conversations, diplomatic conversations, by speaking to Europe, affect or perhaps have any implications or impact on EVs, fair trade, especially in EVs. One thing, though, is that for Emmanuel Macron, he's always moved away from United States stance. Well, not always, but at least he's shown that he's not always going to be in support of the US policy on China. But he's quite eager to have China build an EV factory in France. And for me, I think that's quite interesting as a leader, because at the end of the day, it's your country first, beyond conflict between other countries. And it would be great to see what the outcome of this particular European tour by President Xi Jinping will be. The next stop is Serbia and Hungary. And Serbia is known to also support China as well. So not looking very good in terms of that conversation with China's support for Russia. But we'll see what the outcome of these meetings will be.
Ahead of his three-country trip to Europe on Sunday, President Xi Jinping wrote an opinion piece in Le Figaro, in which he tried to explain the purpose of his visit to Europe after 5 years. He talked about strategic convergence. And that's understandable because, there's very hefty trade partnership between China and the EU countries in terms of trade. Then he talked about opening new vistas. Okay, we've seen efforts in that regard on Sunday and Monday in France. And he talked about China's commitment to peace and stability. What exactly did we see in his meetings in France? The focus was on Ukraine, was on brandy, was on electric vehicles. With regard to Ukraine, he tried to persuade the French that, China is not involved in it. It's not directly involved in it, and that they are not necessarily taking any side. I don't know whether, from the view of geopolitics, whether they will believe him or not. On brandy, and this is linked to EVs too, China is the largest importer of French brandy. Now, with all the quibbling over subsidized Chinese electric vehicles in Europe, Xi Jinping, or the Chinese, they've been talking about imposing tariffs on French brandy. If they do that, it could affect the industry in France. Number 3 was about electric vehicles. But generally, I think what Xi Jinping has been able to achieve is to send strong signal to the United States that's not at the table, but that is likely to be listening in on the conversation to see whether China would be able to gain, fresh grounds in Europe. He's going to Serbia and Hungary. These are traditional allies that rely on Chinese technology and imports. So, well, you go to Europe, you meet with the people fighting you. You also meet with your friends, and you send a signal to the United States. So all of this is still within the context of that rivalry between the U.S. and China. Now, you said oil prices have gone up. Yes, very volatile. Anytime there's crisis in the Middle East, that's a given. That's to be expected. But I wanted to talk about Warren Buffett, the Oracle of Omaha. Berkshire Hathaway, they had their annual general meeting on Saturday. And at that occasion, one major issue on the table was succession and the mortality of Warren Buffett. He said, I hope I will be here next year. It will be 94 in August. But he has announced a successor and, put paid to speculations about what will happen, when he doesn't show up. After all, his partner, Charlie Munger, died. Now he's talking about his own mortality. And he has appointed Greg Abel, who has been managing the real part of the business, the retail part of the business, and the energy part of the business. So there's some certainty, but we don't have a fuller picture yet because there's also still the management of a public stock. But in terms of investment, he has said Greg Abel is the next man. So, but, no man can live forever. But it's good to see succession planning and he coming upfront about it. Thank you very much.
Now Ruben Apati talk the news, okay? I'm very sure you're happy and satisfied now. Now Ruben Abati, I can conclude the news. You say you saw headline on TVC News, 50% of hospitals in Lagos suburbs are fake. Before, remember the lady that came on one time? She said she was minister for, was it minister for women affairs or whatever it was that said she was. Remember, there was a lady, I can't remember her name now, but anyway, they asked her, I think it was Rufai that asked her, that how many, when she claimed that they built hospitals and whatnot, right? So Rufai was asking her how many hospitals are they functional. Remember, she couldn't answer that question. Yeah, she could not answer the question. It's a shame. Nigerians, so we're on a long thing. Nigerians, it's time to rise up, because all this one, complain today, complain tomorrow. For how long? Complain will not change anything. This guy, Bala Blue, is ready to press neck till forever. That man does not care. He's ready to empty everybody's pocket. He's taxing everything taxable. They're going to come up with more taxes. They never finish. Meanwhile, they are paying nothing. They're stealing in trillions. Are Nigerians just going to fold their hand and continue to watch it? Are they going to fold their hand? And by the way, they say Nigerian police is the worst in the world. You not hear that news? The worst in the world. Nigerian police. Now it was pass for the whole world. Oh, Nigeria. Everything don't liquidate. According to my grandma, everything has liquidated. There was an information that came out. Nigeria, what is it called? Nigerian police is the worst in the freaking world. Where are we headed? Now like this we go, they go. Why are people still going to work in that country. Why are people still going to work? What's the point of showing up at work when there's no guarantee? You can get on the road, you say you want to go, nothing. Eh? Meanwhile, agberos and okada people were agbero and okada riders fighting somewhere in mile 2. They fight so tey dey block road, people no fit comot, no fit drive. They have to be telling people to go through another path. Eh? What is wrong? Is this how are people supposed to be going to work? That's my question. What are you going to work for? There's no guarantee. That country has no protection for you. Zero protection. Zero. Somebody came out recently, I was crying. She lost a friend. Eh? She lost a friend. How long are we going to continue like this, for crying out loud? Eh? Meanwhile, the school girl, that Leah Sharibu girl that they married to 2 Boko Haram leaders, she now has 2 kids. Eh? Repentant terrorists, 19 Nigerians. She now has 2 children for Boko Haram people. Where are we going? Eh? Where are we going? Are Nigerians going to continue to fold their hand like this? Look at what they've turned the country into. Let me show you people this video. It's just I don't know. Eh? What do we do? Where do we start from? This cannot continue like this. This does not look good at all. At all. The country cannot survive like this. Look. See wetin dem don turn people, grandmama, great grandparents into. Na only their belle dem dey think about. Wey dem sef carry come dey kneel down for dis man wey dey give dem indomie noodles. China lifted 770 million people from poverty as a millennium development goal. Nigeria is lacking with dis dum-dum that we have, it will lag behind o. Yep, telecom tax now to benefit the oyibo masters. Honestly, I don't know. Kene like to listen to TVC. I don't know how he does it o. I cannot take in what they spew on PVC. Abi TVC. I don't know how Kene does it. Me, I can't. I'm sorry. The bigotry in that station is too much. I can't. They don't know how to tell the truth. They're always going around, dancing around and around the circle. Yeah, I don't function like that. So I get easily angered when I hear things, when I watch it. Yeah, me too. I wasn't surprised. The worst. And then did you see the police officer that was threatening Nigerians? Eh? They showed that man shege for Twitter. Hey, God, I beg you. Hey, people, papa, just they embarrass themselves. I'm telling you, I don't know. bigotry propaganda arm. I'm telling you, I can't watch it. I can't stand their shows, nothing. They do not tell the truth. They skirt around the truth. The ones that have shows, and then or they just lie blatantly. I can't. It's not good for my head. I beg. It's either black or white for me. It's not grey. TVC no sabi talk true. Itchy boots expose Nigerian police to the world. Exactly. I think it was that British man. Why? Who was it? I don't know who Itchy Boots is now. I can't remember. And stinking corruption. Nigeria could progress far beyond China, but the tribal, my brother, the tribalism, eh? Hey, omo, hey, our tribalism for Nigeria no be here oh. Na on another level completely. They come add religious bigotry to am. Omo, dey do us strong thing. Dey do us strong thing for that country. If you tackle tribalism, how do you tackle religion? Nigeria needs strong leaders. You see, like that leader from El Salvador, the video I played yesterday, where the man was when he called all his cabinet people and say and called the attorney general and say investigate all of us here. Anybody you find guilty of corruption, let's deal with the person. We need people like that in Nigeria. They no go send anybody face. Whoever does the crime, he go do the time or whatever punishment that they decide to dole out on the person. I'm telling you, that's the only Nigeria needs to be cleansed. Hey, exactly, oh, victory. Oh, mm, the problem no be here oh. I no know the problem. Person no know how to describe am. We're talking of a country where the convicted criminal drug lord was rigged into presidency. I'm telling you, facts for real are above the law. They are still looking for Yaya Bello till today. Meanwhile, police dey threa ten social media people. They still dey look for Yaya Bello till today. He no travel o, he dey that country. They are still looking for him. Oh, Osuwan. A country without rule of law, where public institutions do not exist. Yep, they don't. Oh yeah, okay, she's a Dutch lady. Okay, I don't know. She's the one that made they expose them. It's better. Okay, I remember now. Yeah. Okay, that's her name, okay, that's her handle. Okay, I didn't know. Yeah, they should. They should. I'm telling you. Eh? I'm telling you. Do Yanya Debelo dey Nigeria, e never comot. Dem never fit go catch am. Meanwhile, Donald Trump dey here everyday na im dey go court. Everyday Yaya, common Yaya Bello for here, dem no fit. The man don pack thug around am. Im own pipu dey protest. E dey pay pipu if you dey ask dem now how much dem give dem, maybe like 1,000 na im share to dem make dem go protest. Lawyers wey dey hungry, all those citizens wey dey hungry, give dem 10,000 max. They go go out go dey protest. That's why they're keeping the people poor, so that anybody that has more money can galvanize, just spread like 1,000 to everybody, make dem go protest. Dem go go protest using his own people. No, Nigeria is on a different ah Yeah, Bello he's enjoying the immunity. Ododo is protecting him. Afterward, now it is clear why he single-handedly chose the Ododo and made him build a house in the same government. Nigeria is thinking. The stench no be here. the cleaning that it needs, it's going to require more than Izol. You know, Izol, they call that disinfectant in Nigeria. Dettol and Izol, they will need much more than that. Ah, that's the question. That's the jam question. Are they really serious? I doubt that they are, to be honest. If you ask me, they are not really, they know what they are doing. They are just doing boju boju for us. Look, after they've made noise about it, they will wait. All of us, by the time everybody comes down, you now see Yaya will come out and be running for presidency. You want to bet? They are waiting for us. Look at what's the other the lady's name that they caught in corruption. What's her Beta? I mean, whatever her name is. You see people talking about it again. They are waiting. Nigerians forget easily now. By the time they bombard, people go forget. Before you know it, you have Beta will come out and start running for minister. You come, no, not be minister. You come himself go come and say he wan run for governor for Akwa Ibom or Calabar, wherever she comes from. Ah, it's a shame. Oh, immunity does not cover the government house, it covers the sitting governor. Oh, okay. Oh, it should be scrapped completely. I agree with you, Tracy. It should be scrapped. Which bloody immunity? Some, you know, some of them have lifetime immunity. I never heard that kind of thing before for my life. They have lifetime immunity. What's the name of, okay, Bukachua? Was it not Bukachua that forced his wife to give a wrong judgment for his friends? Exactly. He should. I don't know what they are waiting for. I really don't understand it. Isaiah stronger than the Thor. One white. I'm telling you, we need something stronger than that to clean Nigeria. Eh? It has long been covered by grains from Ukraine. Oh, Lord have mercy. Hi, Nigeria. What a country. I cannot believe what's going on. Sometimes I go laugh, but other times I go say, Kai, I can't believe what's coming out of that country. I cannot believe what is coming out from that country. Is it normal? Is it for real? I dey ask myself, oh, I go say, is this for real? How can people survive this? People are just continuing in whatever it is that they are doing without caring about what people think. The way this government is running and governance in Nigeria, they do not give a damn. They don't care. I'm telling you, they don't care at all. They're just doing whatever they like. Now you sabi, if you like talk, they'll say they already know how Nigerians realize, Nigerians, they won't do anything. Abeg you. Meanwhile, they're looking for Agbado. Where is he? I don't even know why people are looking for him. I mean, I don't understand. Anyway, why are people looking for him? The guy has nothing to offer. He should go and not come back. What are they looking for him for? Eh? They say they are looking for him. Looking for him for what? Looking for him for what? The man has nothing to offer you. Eh? Has nothing to offer you. It's crazy to me. How can we continue like this in Nigeria? How? This is not sustainable. It's not sustainable at all. People go here, they suffer, they go like say na normal. It's not normal. This thing is not normal. It's not a normal thing. It's not normal. Eh? I've never seen a thing like this in my life before. Eh? Oh, talk about the journalist that they arrested, Daniel Ojukwu. Only God know wetin the guy. In fact, make I play this video because I no understand. People no fit talk again, they go just carry them. Hey, Egbami. I don't don't know. Until Nigerians, I don't know why people are still going to work in that Nigeria. I don't know what's keeping them going. Because there's nothing there that should keep anybody going. I'm telling you.
One, if you are Nigerian and you live in Nigeria, or even if you don't live in Nigeria, but you follow Nigerian news, you will know the fact of IBD Dende, a man who is accused of smuggling, of being one of the biggest smugglers in the southwestern part of Nigeria. And there was a sting operation that was done on him, an investigative journalism, where an investigative journalist, Fisa Yoshoyombo, did a piece on him with a lot of evidence of how he takes part in not just smuggling, but also gun running and bringing in of drugs. What do you call this thing now? Motorcycles that are being used by terrorists, and also bringing in of small ammunition and all manner of things. There was also a video of him that was shown where he was saying that he was going to kill a custom officer who had dared to stop one of his trailers of which he was bringing in smuggled goods into Nigeria. And in that video, you could see other custom officers begging an alleged criminal to not kill one of their colleagues. And you could hear how pitifully the custom officer that was being threatened was saying, "What did I do?" And in all sense, well, he did nothing other than to do what the Constitution had asked him to do what he was being paid by taxpayers' money to do, and in doing that, that was actually the crime. So in all of that has happened, this particular person who is being accused of smuggling has not been arrested. Custom hasn't done anything about it. Rather, Custom has actually come after the person who opened up this case. The government, Nigerian government, hasn't done anything about it. EFCC hasn't done anything about it. The police haven't done anything to the person being accused, but they've done everything to the journalists. And now what we are finding out is that they have actually arrested one of the journalists that work for this investigative reporter. So they've put the investigative reporter on wanted list. They want him arrested. They couldn't find him. They invited the chairperson of the board of trustees for the newspaper, for the organization. And so now what they've done, they have arrested. Yes, you heard me right. They have arrested a journalist who worked in the newspaper house that did this sting operation and did this investigation. That's the person they've arrested. It's unbelievable. Nigerian police, I keep saying, it's part of the criminality we have in our country. It's part of the criminal, and I say this with all sense of responsibility. Nigerian police is part of the criminality we have in our country. So this is Foundation for Investigative Journalism. That's the media house that did this investigation. Police abduct FIJ reporter Daniel Ojukwu on IGP's order. That Daniel Ojukwu, a journalist with the Foundation for Investigative Journalism, has been abducted by the Intelligence Response Team, IRT, of the Inspector General of Police, and is currently being held at the State Criminal Investigation Department, SCID, Panti in Lagos. Ojukwu went missing on Wednesday, May 1st. His number switched off and his whereabouts unknown to both colleagues, family, and friends. On Thursday, FIJ initially made a missing person report at police stations in the area where Ojukwu was headed. However, on Friday, a private detective hired by FIG tracked the last active location of his phones to an address in Isheri Olofin.
An official message from Medicare. Turning 65 comes with questions like, how do I enroll in Medicare?
A location FIG now believes was where the police originally picked him up. Ojukwu's family would subsequently get wind of his detention at Panti, where they were made to understand the authorities are accusing him of violating the 2015 Cybercrime Act. I also saw a report, I think a few days ago, where it seems as if the National Security Advisor is saying that, oh, the Cyber Crime Act, that they should activate it. And it's such a crazy, act that it's absolutely against the people. But for me, if that's what they think, it's going to make us keep quiet and not say what needs to be said and not accuse them of whatever criminality that they're doing. Please bring it on. Who is afraid of this jail that they always keep talking about? Let's all be there. I'm ready. And for me, I'm like, anytime, any day. You can't use that to shut people's voices, people's voices down. A relative who visited him told FIG that the authorities declined to provide contact details of the investigating police officer IPO on jurisdictional grounds as the case was beyond Lagos. The arresting officers are part of the IG monitoring team. They said when they are done arresting the other people on their watch list in Lagos, they will transfer him and others, to Abuja. It is now the third day since the police have been holding Ojukwu incommunicado, denying him access to legal representation, and that's against the law. You're supposed to deny him, charge him. You can't just put something and put him incommunicado. Ironically, the knowledge of Ojukwu's abduction has come on World Press Freedom Day, the day set aside by the United Nations General Assembly to raise awareness of the importance of freedom of the press and remind governments of their duty to respect and uphold the right to freedom of expression enshrined under Article 19 of the 1948 Universal Declaration of Human Rights. On this same day last year, the World Press Freedom Day 2023, men of the area F police in Lagos arrested Daniel for telling them to stop punching a driver. The police have not formally said a word on why they abducted Ojukwu. However, when the Nigerian Police Force National Cybercrime Center, NPF-NCCC, grilled Bukky Shonibaro, the chairman of FIG's Board of Trustees, at the Abuja office in March, they had mentioned FIG's story on how Adejoke Orelokpe Adefulire, the then Senior Special Assistant on Sustainable Development Goals to the President, paid 147.1 million to an account traced to Enseno Global Ventures, Enseno GV, an Abuja-based restaurant for, guess what, the construction of a classroom. A few days later, Ademoyewa Adejobi, police public relations officer, then told Politics Today, a Channels TV program anchored by Shehu Okinbaloye, that there were 2 or 3 weighty allegations against FIG and its founder, Fisayo Shoyombo. Asked by Okinbaloye if the police had declared Shoyombo wanted or not, Adejobi said, I sought a clarification from the CP. He told me no. But definitely they are going to invite him because there are weighty allegations concerning certain publications that his platform did. And of course, an invitation to the police at this level is just to come and clarify certain things, nothing more. On FIG's behalf, Shonibaro reached out to the Police Cybercrime Center for an official invitation for anyone at FIG they needed to see, with a promise that it would be honored. But nobody at FIG till date has been formally invited by the police. The thing is that what is police business with whatever this newspaper house is publishing about anyone? It's none of your business. There is a civil thing out there. If anybody feels that what FIG had published it's wrong or defamation of character or whatever it is, they can go to court. So what is police business? I don't understand this whole thing about this Nigerian police, taking matters on its own. Meanwhile, its members are being killed like fowls all over the country. They can't do anything. They can't, they can't investigate crimes. They can't even go after whether it's terrorists, whether it's kidnappers, whether it's anything. They can't, even when their own people are being killed, they do nothing. In my own village, where you have police, sometimes police, when they are kidnapped, it is vigilante that we go in and be able to rescue those police. So I wonder, instead of the police to focus on doing what it is constitutionally mandated to do, it is there busy being, the plating of anything that either has money, connection, or power to use them anyhow. Like I said before, Nigerian
Joining us now is Ojinika Ojiope with stories trending around the world. Hello, Jinex.
Good morning, Dr. Abati.
Good morning.
How was your weekend?
Great.
Looking sharp. Good morning, Ayo.
Good morning.
How are you doing this morning?
Doing great.
Good
Looking
morning.
sharp.
Looking beautiful. Good morning, Rufai. How are you? I knew you were going to do our inside joker on air. Rufai, show up, ma? Well, all right. Well, good morning to you, viewers. Let's begin what's trending. Nigerians on social media are asking the question, where is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Well, the president was last seen attending the World Economic Forum in Saudi Arabia on Sunday, April 28th, the two-day forum, which aimed at helping public and private sector leaders address shared global challenges, ended on Monday, April 29th. The presidency, however, has not released any statement on why the president has not returned to Nigeria. This has led to speculations in some quarters that the president may have proceeded to Paris, France, where he has traveled to several times, reportedly for his medicals. Well, in the meantime, Nigeria's Vice President, Kashim Shettima, departed Abuja for the United States on Sunday to represent President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the 2024 U.S.-Africa Business Summit. Well, according to the Vice President's media aide, Shettima will join other political and business leaders from Africa, the United States, and beyond for high-level dialogues, networking sessions, and plenaries. The summit will take place at the K. Bailey Hutchinson Convention Center in Dallas, Texas. Okay, Dr. Abati, also, I heard you this morning asking, where is the president? But you're not the only one asking. Everyone is asking, where is the president? Let me take this tweet from Ngozi, who wrote, the president is not in the country. The vice president, too, has departed from the country. Which kind juju be this? Who is running the country? No responsible country in the world will have number one and two out of the country at the same time. Nigerians are in for a long ride. Well, there is no official statement at this moment about the president's whereabouts, but there are reports from sources in the State House saying that he is probably on a private visit to France. Rufai, go ahead.
I mean, it's a very apt question.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't be rigmaroling, because everybody blamed Buhari when they would go on his trips and all of that. So where's President Tinubu? He went to Saudi Arabia. Isn't it enough that they gave us fake, false announcement as regards a Maersk deal from Saudi Arabia that they have all debunked and cleaned off their social media now? And now the vice president too is out, so two of them are out at the same time. So who did they leave the home front for? The villa is empty.
Are you stuck with an unsellable, ugly house? Let us make you a quick, fair cash offer.
And that's why we need to be able to ask this question. President Tinubu was not around for his first May Day. He keeps talking about the right of workers. Who would have thought that his first May Day should be as symbolic as May 29? So he's probably going to come on May 29 and say, fellow Nigerians, right? But where was he on May Day? And President Shettima has to go represent the president now. So why are we doing this to ourselves? So we should ask the question. Until today, I'm sure the presidency will not react. Maybe he will stay for about a week or two, or maybe he'll come back this week. Whoever knows.
Well, I spoke with our State House correspondent.
Because they always do the 21-day clause.
Right.
And that's why they can get away with this thing they get away with.
Yeah.
So what did Adesua say?
Adesua said that he may be back tomorrow. So let's hope that he'll be back tomorrow.
Well, come back. But he wouldn't tell us where he went in 6 days, right?
That tweet really, I don't know, we can address this later. That tweet about the vice president and the president leaving the home front at the same time, I think it is quite the story. But in the meantime, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar over the weekend accused President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of conflict of interest over the controversial Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway because his son, Sheyi Tinubu, is set to be on the board of CDK Integrated Industries, a subsidiary of the Shagori Group, owned by one of the president's business allies, Gilbert Shagori. The former vice president had criticized the contract as hurriedly awarded and executed against the country's procurement laws. While in a statement by his media aide, Paul Ibe, Atiku, who berated the federal government, however, advised Tinubu to focus more on attracting real investors than adopting propaganda as a state policy. I mean, I think this is the beauty of democracy, Dr. Abati Ayo. I mean, last week we discussed Peter Obi talking about the fact that, we should concentrate on roads that are damaged instead of going on the coastal highway. And we see Atiku Abubakar here saying the same thing, almost, as well as saying that it went against the procurement laws. But there are many arguments, several arguments to this story. And like I said, it is the beauty of democracy for people to question these projects. But in the same vein, Afrobeat musician Seun Kuti, son of Afrobeat legend Fela Anikulapo Kuti, has endorsed the controversial construction of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. Well, in a now viral video, the musician said that he is happy that the federal government is constructing the coastal highway because when it's completed, the poor masses can access the beach along the highway. Let's take a look.
I said the Minister of Works is busy explaining himself up and down based on, since they started to demolish the house of the rich Nigerians, this thing is suddenly a national issue. I call it look Nigerian professionals. Journalists did not let the matter die. All journalists that are prominent in Nigeria, every blogger that is prominent in Nigeria has discussed this matter. Everybody that has mouth in this country is discussing this matter. People when concern say that they post that, that they post the thing, it don't enter their blood. Why are they destroying land? Yeah. Me, I don't care if they destroy land. Me, I want to destroy it. But when I take my car, I can go on the coastal highway now and see the water again for free. Maybe some poor Nigerians again that have not seen the beach. I wonder when last a poor Nigerian man saw the beach. Except those who they stay for a lashe. When last the poor man in Lagos State, in the city of Lagos, see the beach, where beach breeze blow out. You people took over all the beachfront, put money for gate fee, excluded millions of your people, millions from the natural beauty of their own country. You chase them away from the natural beauty of their own country.
Seun Anikulapo Kuti, my dear friend. Well, he's made a lot of points. I mean, I like his last point, the fact that, when the coastal highway is complete, the masses will have access to it. I mean, I think that we have said it a couple of times here, that the coastal highway is a great project. We love the project. It's just about the implementation that we're complaining about. But Ayo, Dr. Abati, I don't know, you saw the whole clip. He also talked about, the moment Leila questioned Devu Mahi and said that she disrespected the minister. Yeah. I mean, Seun, go ahead.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to just concentrate on Seun's tirade, on which he launched on, I don't know, his social media platform. And I was quite disappointed. I think that's a very mild word to use to describe my, my thoughts towards that video. A few things I'd like to address on what he said. Going to your first point around him saying that the coastal, once it's built, it will now be affordable. I hope he knows that there are plans to toll that road. So there would be money taken from people to because they're going to recoup the investment that they put on that road. So I hope he's aware of that. The second aspect is that if the government, sometimes we allude to the private sector, the responsibility of government. Landmark and other developers who've taken on beach tourism and invested money there have done what our own government ought to be taking the lead on in terms of providing opportunities for their people to enjoy, in his own words, fresh air and breeze from coastal and from these beaches. Unfortunately, they haven't. There are many coastal ways or beach fronts, especially in Lagos State. Some of them, you don't have to pay a ticket or pay a price to go there. You can enjoy that. So the danger of having a platform and an influence such as his is the danger of misinforming the people and misleading the people, especially using exaggerated or embellished facts to make your point. Then I'd like to go to what he said with regards to the encounter between Arise journalist Leila Johnson Salami, who has been praised from different quarters as to her professionalism as a journalist in asking questions to the Minister of Works, Mr. David Umahi. First of all, is that the journalists, the media in Nigeria have a responsibility backed by the Constitution to hold government to account. So she was doing her job. The second aspect of it was what he alluded to, which is the oldest thing in the book about, there must be some, interaction between them behind the back, and that's why she had the effrontery, and it was like a love play between the two. I thought it demeaned her position and her brilliance exhibited on that day, and I thought it was he should take it back and apologize to Leila for such an underhand comment.
Absolutely.
And finally, Sean's father, the legend, Fela Nicola Pokuti, whom we have sung his music here at times when we're speaking to government, was not shy when it came to saying, he called the people, United Nations, animal in human skin, animal in putu tayo. He was never shy in terms of holding government to account. When he was talking about, someone was insulting or disrespecting the minister, then what should we say about the legendary music and songs of his father? His father not just didn't use music to entertain alone, he used music as a form of social action to speak to government and to get government to act. So again, like I said, very mildly disappointed in that video, and I hope he retracts it and apologizes, not just to the Nigerian people whom he has misinformed, but also to Leila, who was doing her job.
To our Leila Johnson Salami. Very well said, Ayo. Dr. Bati.
Okay, first, on the issue of the coastal highway, I think that the Minister of Works, David Umahi, has offered quite a number of clarifications, and I would like us, to be reminded. One, he said they got the approval from the Bureau for Public Procurement. The Bureau for Public Procurement gave what is called a certificate of no objection. For that certificate of no objection to take effect, it will be taken to council. The clarification has also been offered that, look, yes, this is a build, operate, transfer project, but the contractor has his own part to play. And then there is counterpart funding coming from the federal government also. He has offered quite a number of explanations, he being an engineer, about why they had to redesign the coastal highway. The issue about the coastal highway is that it's going to reduce travel time between Lagos and Calabar. And that's why I keep emphasizing the fact that if that project is completed, there are benefits to it, okay? But you can't make omelette, they say, without breaking an egg. I mean, in those days when we used to go to Calabar, it took about 12 hours from Yangete or Utuk in Djibouti all the way down to Calabar. Travel time will be reduced to maybe about 6-7 hours. So in the long run, if they complete the project, if they don't just leave it at the chainage 0 to 3, which is the Lagos part that people are complaining about, if they complete it, there may well be benefit, and it may well be, at the end of the day, legacy project for Tinubu. I said earlier on, before you joined us, that former Vice President Atiku Abubakar may accuse President Tinubu of anything, maybe conflict of interest and all of that. Sheyi Tinubu being on the board of a company that produces ceramic tiles and sanitary towels, that's an entirely different story. Sheyi Tinubu, to the best of my knowledge, is not a government official. So he can do what he likes as long as he doesn't interfere with government business. So I don't think former Vice President Atiku can provide any evidence that it was Sheyi Tinubu that awarded the contract because he's associated with the Shagure. But he can say whatever he likes about President Tinubu, who is the man in the arena. But there are issues that he has raised about how the procurement process was rushed, about how Tinubu administration is focusing on propaganda, about foreign direct investment, about the need for the Tinubu administration to provide an enabling environment for business. Those are issues that the Tinubu government can address. And these are, issues that the government must not be tired of explaining. Atiku Abubakar is a leader of the opposition. So he can raise questions. It's for government to respond to those questions. But the personal issues, we can leave out. Now, I want to talk about President Tinubu, who is missing in action, and Nigerians feeling like an orphan. You know, I once quoted a book here, The President is Missing, about an American president who disappeared for just 3 days. He went to do a dental treatment at sea, but they didn't tell anybody. It became a big issue.
Yeah.
The journalist that reported the story that the president was missing even lost his job. He was, vindicated much later, many years later, when a book was written on the subject. So Nigerians have every reason to know where their president is. He left the country April 23. We saw him when he met with the Prime Minister of the Netherlands. We saw him when he went to Riyadh for the World Economic Forum special meeting. And then suddenly, he just disappeared. No, the president of Nigeria cannot disappear into the Bermuda Triangle. No, we must know where he is at any particular time. However, you quoted some sources saying he's in France.
Yeah.
Well, what I read is that he's in London.
Well,
on a private visit. So now they say he's in France, they say he's in London.
Some people say he's coming back in 4 days, some people say he's coming back tomorrow.
The next thing you will hear, they will say they saw him somewhere. No, we must have certainty about the location of the president. The two of them, president and vice president, living in the country at the same time, where it also looks
not good
untidy, it makes us feel like orphans.
Yeah.
We voted for them to do the job.
That's it.
Now, but not for anybody to disappear. But the VP, of course, is going for an important summit, African Investment Summit, organized by the Corporate Council for Africa. There will be talks about energy, the future of energy in Africa. There will be a special session on Nigeria. Fine. But we just need certainty.
All right.
Okay, so that some people don't hijack the government and give themselves powers that they do not deserve.
That's the
that
worry.
Nigerians have not given them.
That's the worry in various.
We can't run this country by a cabal.
Absolutely.
We must have people right at the desk.
That's the worry. We'll take another story. Well, over the weekend, residents of Mende Estates in Maryland, Lagos were seen in a video that's now gone viral, lamenting what they allege was a 2-hour notice given to them by the Lagos state government before their buildings were demolished. Let's take a look at that video.
Happening right now at Mende Villa 1. Mende Villa 1. Happening right now. 2 hours to pack out. 2 hours. That was what the Lagos state government gave. 2 hours to pack out. And they're here, they're demolishing. Mende Villa. This is in Maryland. 2 hours, now they give us to take back out. 2 hours. This is in Nigeria we are in. 2 hours they get to back out of us. Where do we want to put all these things to? Look, this is our property. Not only us, so many people. The vehicles everywhere. Parking. 2 hours. 2 good hours. Nigeria, my country. People are jagbaing. They said they should not jagba. 2 hours, Lagos State. God God bless you now. God God bless you now.
See our camera guy there, Odion, doing the Lord's work right there. But I mean, we had the Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, on the morning show yesterday, where he addressed a lot of the topics, and he talked about the fact that property owners at Mende were given ample notice since 2021. Well, Tokunbo Wahab, the Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, who was on the morning show on Sunday, to address the issues surrounding the demolition at Mende, posted a video on X stating that on December 21st, 2023, the leadership of the Lagos State Ministry of Environment and Water Resources held another stakeholder meeting with the honorable member representing Koshofel 1 state constituency and the property owners of structures built on the alignment of System 1 in Mende. Well, in the video, the property owners confirmed that they did not have valid documents and had been served several contravention notices.
Sorry, how many of you have documents? No, let us even start with that at this level that the guy honorable is here. You are his constituent. How many of you have a valid document on the land involved on this right of. Let us start with the Oga. You are the chairman of one of the estates.
Yes.
Surely,
yes.
Do you have a valid document? What document do you have to this property you're defending?
Deed of sale and a court judgment.
Do you have a consent? Do you have a governor's consent?
No.
Do you have a CFO?
No.
Do you have a building plan approval?
There's no.
Now, there are two things involved here. Nobody is disputing your title. No. But the right of way for this channel system 1 is what we are trying to establish. Your title, if it has a survey, if it's genuine, will reflect there's a passage here for this channel. This channel predates your title. So we are not disputing your title. We are establishing the right of way for this channel.
Tokumba Wahab there, yeah, he says that they were establishing the right of way, stating that if they had the survey, they would have known that their property was on a drainage channel. I know we don't have much time, but in the meantime, the Lagos state government has said that the influx of miscreants to the state informed the recent demolition of erected structures under the Dolphin Estate, Ikoyi, Lagos. The Lagos Commissioner for Information, Benga Omotosho, on Sunday said that after Kai officials demolished the illegal structures, 450 squatters were arrested, out of which 371 pleaded for assistance to relocate to their various states due to the hardship they are facing in Lagos, and that 79 have been absorbed into some government facilities for rehabilitation after showing signs of being unwell. Dr. Abati, I'd like to give you the floor here because I want you to discuss the legal issues.
Very quickly, Mr. Wahab,
Yeah.
the Lagos Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, he say, okay, these are illegal structures because they are built on the right of way and all of that. But at the same time, the Commissioner for Physical Planning in Lagos State also gave an interview over the weekend. It was reported as saying that about 75% of the structures in Lekki don't even have approval. Now, I'm not against the government enforcing the law. I think that, a long-term view of it would be to say that in terms of legacy, Mr. Sanwo-Olu, the governor, has just about, 3 years left. I think he should take a longer view of the matter. What does he want to be remembered for? Yeah, he's on red line, blue line. If that is sustained, yes, people will remember that. But I think the governor should focus more on legacy issues. I mean, if you go to Ikeja, what he has done with that overhead bypass, that's something that people will remember. If you go to Abule Egba, is it Abule Egba side? Abule Egba, what he has also done, with the bridge, they are completing an ongoing project. But I guess the administration in the remaining 3 years should devote more energy to legacy projects like that. I mean, when I go on that Lekki Ikoyi bridge, I see it, I say, Babatunde Fashola did this as governor. He's there forever.
Absolutely.
In other words, what am I saying? I'm saying that Governor Sanwo-Olu, even while enforcing the law, should not leave a legacy of being remembered as the demolition man. That would be unfair. That would be a reduction of the great talent.
Yeah, absolutely.
That he has shown. That's my view in the matter.
So real quickly, I want to talk solutions. Number one solution should be using technology and blockchain to be able to have a portal where you can have cadastral maps, what right-of-way passes through various lands, so that people can check on time, so that they don't go through the full bureaucracy of lands. Because you see, when you go through that full bureaucracy, sorting out people, for you to be able to get those documents, that's always difficult. They can have an independent body that can deal with them as regards that, get those, drawings that Tokumbo is now releasing as regards those lands and things like that, so that when people buy documents, they can easily, maybe with a certain amount, they very can still go to government, go on the website, search it, open the full cadastra, know that there's an alert system in there, and it's quite very difficult, so that people will refrain from land, because they are fleecing a lot of people off, and their livelihoods are going.
We have to go just to say that the government has to also ensure the corruption within the ministry who approve these buildings to be built. Absolutely. Has to be sorted. Absolutely. It's not just the people.
All right, topical issue here. I'd like to thank you all for your
Hey, Abati talks with two sides. They talk on with two sides of the mouth. I never see. I never see. Eh? Ha! Well, if anybody has anything else to add, me, I don't have anything else to say again. Nigeria matter, eh? It may not be like say na because e no just let I no fit turn my eye. I no fit turn my eye comot. I can't say, oh, I'm not seeing it or I'm not hearing it because it bothers me. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to pretend. That's why I keep coming here and showing up, to be honest with you guys. Because Nigeria matter. Just imagine you're demolishing somebody's house, you only give them 2 hours. Wetin people wan pack in 2 hours? Please tell me. Eh? And look at how they are the evil that is in the heart of these people. It's not here. Oh, we have a lot of work to do. Oh, Nigeria. Hey, hey, hey. Now, wow. I tire for the matter. Look at how they are demolishing people's houses as if they did not, it's not sweat that they used to build those houses. With no pity, nothing, not enough time. Even give them the opportunity to move out, relocate them, or let them relocate to where they know they can relocate to. Eh? It's crazy. You just come with your demolition vehicles. You switch to demolish. Ikukuma, Baba Blue said it. To destroy is easy. Eh? That's what they are doing. People that have built their houses have lived there for years. All of a sudden, you just come demolishing it. Demolish business. Look at the landmark that they said they demolished. Eh? Look at how they demolished everything. Did they compensate these people? Do they compensate them? All the sweat. Anyway, everybody in Lagos, if you know you're not, in fact, they're even deporting their own people. The Lagos state governor, as it stands, is not even from Lagos. Shouldn't he also deport himself? He's deporting people from Osun State. That one make me laugh. All the Ronu people, when they just say Lagos na their father land. They're shocked when they tell them, say, oh yeah, carry your karanga and go back to your villages. But it's true. Let everybody go and develop their states and their villages. It's true. If you take your businesses back there, guess what? Nobody will want to come to Lagos. Everybody is rushing to Lagos. The place is congested, smelly. Eh? Let everybody go and develop their place, their hometowns and their villages. Go back and develop it. All those Osun people, they were I just dey laugh. I say I'm sure they were surprised. Oh, bigot people, I mean bigoted people have had bigotry done on them as well. They're saying leave, go back to Osun State, you're not from Lagos. They will start with that one now. They will now move to other places. It's all good. Let everybody go back to their village and go and develop their village. After all, what are people doing in Lagos? Is Lagos the only place that exists? I've always asked that question. What are people packing to go and do in Lagos? Is Lagos the only place that exists in Nigeria? That place is not even a decent place sef to raise children or to do what to live a comfortable sane life. It's not. In the morning you never sleep reach ground. 4 a.m. they don call for prayers, Allahu Akbar. The ones wey dey ring bell, you see dem the street dey ring bell. 4 a.m. when you suppose to dey go dey ring bell for your head. Cars go dey horn, kpak 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 kpak, noise everywhere, noise pollution, air polluted. What are you rushing to the Lagos for? Let everybody go to their villages. That's the best. You people should leave it for Lagos people. Lagos dey say na dem get am. Leave it for those who say they have it. Go and develop your own places to be like Lagos. Let people be rushing to your Lagos. Look at what Governor Oti is doing in Abia State. People are looking for ways to go and relocate to Abia. Do you hear Abia people complaining again? They no dey complain. Na look dem dey look all of una now. One una dey complain, dem just dey look una dey smile for inside their mind. They don comot for that whole potopoto one una dey. They are fixing their own. Every state you go and do the same thing. Let everybody move to where they come from and go and develop it. Build your manufacturing companies in your village. Hire your people. Give them the opportunities. Don't be taking opportunity away from your people. This is what me I see out of all of this that is going on. Carry your businesses, your offices or whatever, move them back to your village. Go and empower your people with employment. Go and give them jobs. There are people in all these places that have gone to school, no work. Go and hire them, give them opportunity. Build your state. They no dey forbid if they get airport for every state for Nigeria. They no dey forbid. Instead of people want to fly, you must first fly to Lagos first. Everything Lagos. Can you not fly straight to your village? Eh? Is it forbidden if you have airport in your village and you fly to your village and you drive 10 minutes to your house? Nothing wrong with that. Everything has to be Lagos or Abuja. None of those places are safe. Bandits have taken over in Abuja. Abuja that used to be safe, they don't take over. Bandits and terrorists, they go from estate to estate, they kidnap people. Wetin we dey talk? Let everybody go back to their country and go back to their village and go and fix it. Go and build airports in your villages. People should be flying straight to their village, not even bothering with decongest Lagos, so that when business no dey come Lagos, these people go learn. Una no dey teach them, na im make. They go learn. How many people for the Lagos fit afford to fly out? Una leave this business, una leave this Lagos for them. You no get water dey around us, make we find where water dey. Port, see port dey, no go only Lagos see port dey. Let's go and fix our own. That's the only good thing me I want to bring out of this one. It's not like it's a good thing that they're destroying people's homes, but that's the positive I want to bring out. Let everybody go back to their country, to their village, and go and develop the village. Hire your people, give them opportunities. Abeg, una comot for Abuja, comot for Lagos. Wetin? Lagos, Abuja, Lagos, Abuja. As if na only the only two countries, the only two states wey dey Nigeria be that. Meanwhile, other states get beautiful touristy areas, beautiful places, quiet, serene, sane, healthy food. Lagos, nowhere to farm. If you no go market, you no dey chop. In fact, to even go the market, problem, traffic. You wan go market, you wan quickly go buy something, you fit not reach out for 2 hours, 3 hours. Wetin be that? Is that life? Is that life? Abeg, make we hear word. Make everybody go back. Go and do your thing. Everybody go and fix your state. Go and fix your village. Carry your businesses there. Your manufacturing companies, carry them to your village. Go and hire your people. Learn to interact with your people. That's all I can say, because with the way this Nigeria is going, with the bigotry that these people have brought, they mean it o. Na only almost 1 year na the man don reach. See the mess wey dem don create. I shudder to think what the coming months are going to bring. People should be demanding for this man to step down. People should be on the street and take over and shut down everywhere, because it's not functional. There's nothing working in that country. Nothing. You make money, you can't even enjoy it. By the time they tax you here, tax you there, tax, on top of the fact that there are no infrastructures, they want to tax the life out of you. I mean, come on. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. That's probably why he's doing what he's doing. Through his through Sanwo-Olu, he's trying to frustrate the lives of the people he considers outsiders in Lagos, right? All in a bid for election in 4 years' time. He don't even know whether it will last reach 4 years. That's the funny thing. People will be planning. They don't know what tomorrow holds. I mean, I'm just saying, as people, because men, I've never seen Nigeria this bigoted, tribally and religiously ever in my life. I've never ever seen it. This is all strange to me. Like sometimes I have to really, this is what's going on. I have to hey, are you for real? It's been there, but it wasn't this crazy. Now everybody's just doing there in your face. Yeah. And then even the slightly bigger groups are trying to trample on the smaller ones. Nigeria is a cacophony of problems here and there. Some of the problems, you can't even explain it. You can't even explain where the problem is. You can't explain where it's coming from. You have politicians that are stealing you blind. They are looking at, look me, look you, that they steal trillions from you. Look at the Binance man that they locked up because he refused to give them bribe of 150 million. $150 million. Is that not madness? What kind of society will allow that? And you are looking for foreign investors. How are they coming to invest in a country where they have to bribe you? It doesn't make sense to me. If they come and invest and they bribe you, they will do whatever they like. That's why you have people, the audacity. People will come and say, don't come to my business. Nigerians are not welcome in my business. In your own country. That's why people have that kind of infantry. Because your politicians have sold your rights, they've sold your destinies out. So they don't value you. Abeg, in fact at this Nigeria matter, e just be say I no just get the conscience to turn my eye comot. Na im go make person still dey continue to joke am in the hopes that something will happen. The grassroots needs to be educated that this thing that is happening is not normal. People need to get upset, get angry and take over and just shut down the country. That's what needs to happen. This man needs to go. Otherwise, there will be nobody left in Nigeria for him to govern. He's squeezing the life out of people. To even travel now is a problem. If you want to travel, buying ticket now, hey God abeg o. To buy ticket now is not beans in Nigeria. It is not beans to buy ticket to travel. So to even travel now, he has put people on in a chokehold. No talk of paying school fees. Is that not why this greedy looking arm robber, highway robber, Yaya Bello, had the audacity, the infantry, to pay school fees in arrears for his children? Who does that? Who does that? Eh? You pay school fees for all your children in arrears in a country and in a state where your people have not been paid. You have denied them their salaries. People are hungry. The kind of, they've taken so many young people's lives in that Kogi state. Kogi state is another beast on its own. Oh, abeg, na here I talk and reach o. Una do well. Thank you very much for stopping by, guys. Ray, thank you very much o. Thank you for stopping by. Victory all the way. Thank you. Tinubu is paying the Lagosians back. Such a petty fellow. Before. Na so we see am o. Properties have been there for over 16 years. Can you imagine that they just went to destroy like that? Think about it. You think that these things don't have repercussions? They have. Karma is coming, no. Karma is real. No water. Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, it's all a charade. Yeah, we know. It is. They are all photo. Hey, promised airport to no avail. Even the Obaseki, he can even fix the one in Benin and build another one inside. He can build even two more. It depends, on how much he has, how much he's able to afford to do, because he cannot be building airport to the detriment of roads and other things, right? I think it's crazy. $760, my brother. 760,000. It's crazy. Thank you very much, my brother. Tracy, thank you. I know say Tracy don't go. I saw Romari earlier. Kene, thank you. Na do well. Oh. Thanks for stopping by. Oscar, thank you so much. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you for your support and your contribution. I really, really appreciate it. Cassava Junction, greetings. So I see you. Thank you for stopping by. Highly favored, thank you. All of you. Have a wonderful evening. I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.